Whether you stayed up super late like I did or you woke up super early, depending on where you were in the world, the Australian Grand Prix was absolute madness, okay? Everything was going swimmingly, not for the Ferrari fans, where Leclerc spun out into the gravel on turn 1 and had to retire. That was sad. Obviously, George Russell had a power unit failure, and Alex Albon also crashed through the gravel into a wall and had to retire. But besides that, things were going well. But at lap 55 out of 58, only 3 to go, Kevin Magnussen hits his back right tire into the wall. It bursts, completely explodes, and he has to stop on track, causing a red flag. Now this means that all the cars they go back into the pits. You're able to, all the cars that were on hards, which was the strategy, put on soft tires to 3 laps. That's all you need to get through. However, it was not that simple. So it was a standing restart, right? The cars did their formation lap, and on the restart, let's back up. Right before the restart, here's what the order was looking like. Verstappen, Hamilton, Alonso, no shocks there. Sainz, Gasly, Stroll, Perez, who made his way all the way from starting in the pits at the beginning of the race, Norris, and Hulkenberg, and Ocon. Now I want you to notice both Alpines are up there, no Alfa Romeos are up there, and Sainz is even doing pretty well. I want you to look at this order, and now we're going to take a look at what happened during that restart and what caused everything to descend into chaos. So looking at the restart, I want you to pay attention to Sainz for the most part, and that's kind of where everything goes awry. We'll watch it twice through so you can see what's going on, rewind if you need to, because this is absolutely insane. So here in the restart, you have Max just in the chaos. That's what happened. So here it starts from the top. You can see just to the point where here is what, during that whole madness, here's kind of what the results look like, and we'll compare that to what they looked like before the restart. You have Verstappen, Hamilton, they got away pretty scot-free. Sainz, even though hitting Alonso, was able to get up there. Then Hulkenberg, Tsunoda, both of the McLarens and both of the Alfa Romeos, Perez back in 10th, and then you have, both Aston Martins, really poor restart for them. Then both of the Alpines that crashed and other cars that spun off. It was absolute chaos. So here's what ended up happening though. When you look at the final results, they're gonna look very different than this. And here's what that looks like. So obviously, first Verstappen, no doubt about that. Second Hamilton, no doubt about that. They got off clean and they drove great races. But then you say, wait a second, why are both Aston Martins in 3rd and 4th? Well, remember, Sainz had that 5-second penalty, right? So what they ended up doing is, that was the last lap, so all they did was a formation lap, right? And that's it, they ended under the formation lap. But since during that first restart, none of the cars passed the first sector, they didn't count that as a lap. So during the final, I know it's a little confusing, during the final formation lap, they went to the old order before the restart, which is why you have Alonso and Stroll 3rd and 4th. Because they finished under the formation lap, all the cars just bunched up behind Sainz, basically, so that the 5-second penalty moved him all the way back to 12th, I believe. Really, really rough day for Ferrari. So Max, Lewis, Alonso, Stroll, Perez, he ended up doing really well, starting from the pits in the back. Great day for McLaren. They got points on the board. They're no longer last in the constructors. Norris and Piastri got his first points of his F1 career in his home race. That's exciting. Great day for Hulkenberg. He absolutely was crushing it this entire race. Also, Zhou Guanyu, obviously, I believe Valtteri was 11th, and you have Tsunoda in 10th. Absolutely insane ending to the race, and I think it just shows no matter what's happened up to that point in a race, anything can happen, on any lap, even the last 3. So I hope that there are many, many more great, phenomenal races to come. It was a great race even, I think, before all the chaos, if you will. And it's a real shame that we have to wait until the 30th for our next Formula One weekend, but Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more F1. I'll catch you next video.